He was lying there, trembling and alone, in the middle of a dark, quiet street. His small whimpers barely reached anyone passing by, and cars zoomed past, completely unaware of the tiny life in danger. Nobody stopped. Nobody noticed. It was as if the world had forgotten him, as if he had become invisible. But that's exactly when everything changed. Welcome back to Logic Unlocked, where today we're going to witness a story of hope, courage, and the extraordinary bond between humans and animals that will touch your heart. Before we dive deep into this emotional journey, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Logic Unlocked, because stories like these deserve to be shared far and wide. The moment a kind stranger noticed the little dog, time seemed to slow down. The stranger knelt down, careful not to startle him, and whispered softly, letting the dog know he wasn't alone anymore. His eyes, full of pain and confusion, looked up, as if asking, "Will anyone save me?" The stranger gently wrapped the dog in a warm blanket, feeling the fragility of his tiny body. It was clear immediately that the dog was badly injured. One of his legs was bent unnaturally, and he shivered not just from the cold, but from fear and loneliness that had built up over days. Carrying him carefully, the stranger rushed to the nearest veterinary clinic. Nurses and doctors quickly assessed the situation. They treated his wounds, gave him fluids, and made sure he was warm and safe. Throughout the entire process, the little dog kept looking at the stranger, his tiny tail wagging faintly, as if he already sensed that he was no longer alone. It is moments like these that remind us how even a single act of kindness can change the life of a living being. Days passed, and slowly, the little dog began to regain his strength. His leg, though still healing, began to support his weight, and his tail wagged more confidently each day. The stranger, who had become his hero, stayed by his side, feeding him, giving him gentle pets, and whispering reassuring words. The transformation was nothing short of magical. From a trembling, scared little creature, he became lively, playful, and full of trust again. But this story isn't just about rescue. It's about the lessons it teaches us. It's about paying attention, noticing those who are in pain, and acting even when it seems inconvenient. Every single one of us has the power to be that one person who changes the course of someone else's life, just like the stranger did for this little dog. And the amazing thing is, the dog never forgot that kindness, his loyalty, his gentle nuzzles, and his soft eyes spoke volumes about the bond that had been formed in those first critical moments of rescue. Watching him finally run freely in the park, his paws kicking up the soft grass, it was impossible not to smile. The fear, the pain, the loneliness, all of it melted away, replaced with joy, playfulness, and love. And it was all because one person noticed, one person cared, and one person chose to act. Logic Unlocked brings you these stories to remind us all that compassion and kindness are not just words. They are actions that have the power to save lives. As the days continued, the dog's personality fully blossomed. He became curious, joyful, and completely full of life. Children in the neighborhood would stop by just to play with him, and neighbors started talking about how incredible it was to see this little dog thriving. Every wag of his tail was a celebration of life, of hope, and of the unwavering bond he shared with the stranger who saved him. The story became a reminder that sometimes the smallest gestures, like stopping to help someone in need, can create ripples that change the world in ways we can't even imagine. Now, imagine for a moment how many animals like him are still out there, waiting for someone to notice, someone to care. It's a reminder that every single one of us can make a difference. Whether it's volunteering, donating, or even just spreading awareness, there's always a way to help. The story of this little dog inspires us to be more aware, more compassionate, and more active in creating a better world for those who cannot speak for themselves. And while the story ends on a happy note for this brave little dog, the message is timeless. Never underestimate the power of a single act of kindness. Logic Unlocked hopes that by sharing this journey, we can inspire more people to act, to notice, and to save lives whenever possible. If this story moved you even a little, take a moment to comment below. Tell us what you felt, and share this video so more people can experience the magic of compassion. Remember, a simple act, no matter how small, can make someone's world entirely brighter. So next time you see someone in need, a stray animal, a person struggling, or anyone silently asking for help, think of this little dog and the stranger who made all the difference. One action can save a life. One decision can create trust. And one moment of care can spark a lifelong bond. Don't wait for someone else to act. Be the one. Comment below if you believe in the power of kindness. And share this video to spread hope, love, and inspiration.